If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
And Coach Matt Griffith's show this morning brought to you by Stop and Shop Auto Sales in Sylacauga. And Coach Matt Griffith, 15th year, I guess, is that right? At Sylacauga High School. And all they do is win, went on the road to Mortimer Jordan, and I guess, Coach, you look at it from outside looking in, it was a tale of two halves.
It was. I mean, we went in the first half, we're up 21-7, got total control of the game, and then this, good football team. That football team's used to going quarterfinals, semifinals, so they don't panic. And but you gave yourself an opportunity to win in many occasions, and we just came up short, didn't make some plays. It should have never gone into overtime, and we feel. But you got to find a way to win. But there's a lot of positives to come out of that. Our kids played hard. They played against one of the best teams in the state, and in our minds, we thought we were about 10 points better than them, and just didn't prove it on the field Friday night.
First region loss of the year for the Aggies, and come back home to host inter-county rival Childersburg for homecoming tomorrow night. We'll talk about that shortly. Always coaches, when they view tape and stuff, they'll maybe say to an assistant coach or to a player or somebody, I wish we'd have that play back.
Yeah, and you know what? Kids always are going to make mistakes, but the biggest thing to me as a coach, you just can't. You can get inside your group and coach kids up and show them their mistakes, but but you can't blame kids.
Right.
I mean, I don't believe in that, and we had opportunities and we just didn't take advantage of it. And hopefully, it's a lesson to a kid when he gets in that situation again, he'll know how to handle it. He won't make that mistake twice. So, it's all about that. And people have been coming up all week asking me about the game, but. And all honestly, if you keep dwelling on the game, you're not looking to the next game. Yeah. And then you run the risk of not getting ready to play the next week. We were still reeling by Sunday about losing that ball game, but we had to move forward. And by Monday, you had to convince the kids to move forward. And we got to get ready for Childersburg.
Did Mortimer Jordan make any adjustments at halftime?
They ran the same exact things they'd been running.
I'll be darned.
They did not change anything of what they were doing. It was just a little bit. We quit playing some technique that we played perfectly in the first half that we didn't do in the second half. And they didn't do anything. They didn't change defenses. They didn't change offenses. All they decided to do is run the same blocking schemes and run the quarterback more. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah. Walk us through late regular fourth quarter, and then get us into overtime where Sylacauga lost to.
Well, I mean, we had it set up perfect. It's a 35. Every time they scored, we were matching a score. So it's 35-35 with about 2 minutes left. We drive it all the way down and get it inside the 30, and we're doing exactly what we want to do. We've got 25 seconds left. We're going to run one more play, get the ball to the middle of the field. We're going to let the clock run down to 5 seconds, call timeout, and let Cole Porch kick it and win it. I mean, that was, and we rep it every Wednesday and every Thursday, and we executed it perfectly. And we gave it to our best back's hand. He had a phenomenal night. And listen, if you watch film, he's got 2 hands on the ball. He's doing everything that he's supposed to do. And somehow that ball popped out. We feel that he was down, but it's a referee's call. They get a fumble, we get a turnover, we don't get that shot. But at the end, listen, I thought they would take a knee and take it immediately in overtime. They start slinging it around trying to get it in field goal range, and we drop a pick 6. I mean, we drop a interception that would have gone for a touchdown with about 8 seconds left. So, it goes into overtime. Well, they score in 2 plays. Our first play, we rep a play every single Wednesday and Thursday going into an overtime or going into 2-point play. And he's wide open. If we can get the ball to Ridgeway, he's wide open. He walks in the end zone. And we had already decided to go for 2. We were tired. We didn't think we could stop them in overtime. And, our guard doesn't pull to get the end. The end pressured him. We throw a pick, and the game's over. Yep. So, it happens. The kids.
Those little things in the coach.
Little bitty things, but you know what? You talk about a fumble, but the kid rushed for 276 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Don't lose that.
You're not even in the game without. J.D. was 7 for 14 for 150 yards passing for the first time in his career, and I thought he played phenomenal. we just throw a pick down there. So, it's one of those things that kids are playing better. We're becoming a better football team. We just came up a little short.
42-35, Mortimer Jordan over Sylacauga got overtime last Friday night. Homecoming tomorrow night against the Childersburg Tigers, and that's never an easy task.
Well, it's not. And, I told the paper, and I keep telling everybody, it's the last true rival we have. It's a unique thing, and I always said it was very unique with Comer because it was always in the same town. With Childersburg just being 10 minutes away, I mean, we are surrounded by Sylacauga guys that grew up and married those pretty girls from Childersburg, and we're surrounded by those guys from Childersburg that married those pretty girls from Sylacauga. So it's an intertwine of communities, so it means a lot to both of them, and that's how you have a rivalry.
It's not a region game, but it's still a very important game on Sylacauga's schedule as we head to the second half of the season.
Sure, it's a pride game. It always got to be a pride game. And we understand this, too. We'll get their best game. They always get up for us. If you don't realize that, watch last year. They got up for us, and we got an old-fashioned dogfight football game on a muddy field at their place. And it came down to the wire. It was a 13-7 or 13-6 ball game. So we prepared our kids all week. Get ready for a tough rivalry game. Don't let homecoming be a distraction. Let's go to work.
You love this group of kids.
I do.
You have utmost confidence that they'll respond.
Absolutely. Listen, these kids have walked out in 100-degree weather for a month. And I've never heard a complaint about, I don't want to practice, it's too hot. I don't hear anything going on. Tuesdays is our hard work day. We plate kids for loafs. They have to walk so many stadiums with a plate for so many loafs during a football game. Then they go straight in the weight room, then straight to the hardest practice of the week. Not one time do I hear kids gripe. It's always, let's go to work, let's go to work. What else can you ask as a football coach to be surrounded by a bunch of good kids? And they are that. They know how to work. They love each other. They like their coaches. And I'm just telling you, it's being on the field with this bunch of kids is a lot of fun.
All right. Good luck tomorrow night. Sylacauga hosting Childersburg. It's homecoming for the Aggies. And, Coach, appreciate you joining us on a busy week, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks for having me.
Coach Matt Griffith, the head football coach and athletic director at Sylacauga High School, on the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Stop and Shop Auto Sales.